I woke up to my wife coughing. She was beside my bed, with a mask covering half of her face, sitting. I also noticed that the doctor is also inside the room. He was discussing differential diagnosis of my case to prepare us. Everything seems to move slowly. I remember scenes like this one from the time of my dad's hospitalization. My father died a year later from being diagnosed with cancer throughout his body, as well as emphysema. His lungs were already damaged even though he had quit for years. He was 64, still I smoked, even as he asked me on his deathbed to try to stop. I wanted to, but thought that I had too many worries to cope with. Asthma is a common, lifelong chronic disease characterized by inflammation and narrowing of the airways. The narrowing does not occur all the time in mild asthma, but it happens more often as asthma gets more severe. It may also vary over short periods of time by itself or a result of treatment. Asthma is caused by a combination of environmental and genetic factors. Asthma affects children and adults and may develop at any age. It is the most common chronic disease in childhood. Asthma usually causes symptoms over a long period and cannot be cured. But asthma can be kept under control so that a normal life is possible to live, enjoying full involvement in sport and all-over activities. Because asthma is a chronic disease, it must be managed at all times, even we feel fine. My heavy smoking could have caused me to develop asthma, which may have caused the difficulty in breathing I experienced in the train, which then led to my loss of consciousness. Another one is COPD, or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. It's a disease in which there is narrowing or obstruction of the tubes that conduct air. It is long-standing and the damage to the airways cannot be fully reversed. The main symptom is shortness of breath or difficulty of breathing. It is often accompanied by cough, phlegm. A person can get COPD through prolonged exposure to particles or gases that causes damage and inflammation in the lungs. Cigarette smoking is the most common cause of COPD. Also, outdoor pollution can aggravate the development of COPD in smokers. Exposure to chemical, fumes, and organic dust, such as cotton, grain, or wood dust, has been shown to affect airway function. Tuberculosis or TB is a disease caused by germs that are spread from person to person through the air. TB usually affects the lungs, but it can also affect other parts of the body, such as the brain, the kidneys, or the spine. A person with TB can die if they do not get treatment. The Mycobacterium tuberculosis bacterium causes TB. It is spread through the air when a person with TB, whose lungs are affected, cough, sneezes, spits, laughs, or talks. How I wish I never picked that first cigarette 21 years ago. That started all of this. From having one stick a day to almost consuming countless packs. What I have done, I never thought of the damage I was doing to myself and to everyone else. It felt exciting. I was in the swing of things. Even though our daughter warned me of the dangers of smoking, increased risk for heart disease, irreversibly damaged lungs, cancer, still I ignore it all. The doctor said they probably have the results the day after tomorrow. He left the room after a few words of encouragement. In 2 days, we will receive the news that could change for our lives forever.